welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, if we're still allowed to say that. Returning to panel, we have Turning Point USA spokesperson, attorney, and Republican strategist, Erin Elmore. Also, the guy that just cannot quit me in this show, the author of Speechless, Controlling Words, Controlling Minds, and the host of The Michael Knowles Show, Daily Wire's own Michael Knowles. All right, a lot to get into. I'm excited because I have new graphics and I'd like to premiere them. First, we are going to talk about the category of politics. First up, let's talk about Joe Biden. Unfortunately, we have to keep talking about him. But I have to say, it makes me happy that Peter Doocy is out in the world fighting every single battle because he's very good at his job. You know, he's always so calm and so matter of fact, and he has the facts to back it up. And he's basically just asking Joe Biden why he's constantly going back on his word that he said last week. Let's watch Peter do that.
Are you worried that other leaders in the world are going to start to doubt that America is back if some of these big things that you say on the world stage keep getting walked back?
What's getting walked back?
It made it sound...
Really even go along with it. If you saw the script, it was like question 1 is X, and he's supposed to say A and B.
Yeah.
He can't even do that. And
we have that. I'm going to pull that up before you even comment on it. Let's pull it up. Actually, this is what he's holding in his hand. Accidentally held it up. We can get a close up and you can see it says tough Putin Q&A talking points. Like even the way that's written is like for a second grader.
Yeah. He said questions that the reporter is saying, why can't this man answer? And we know he has absolute verbal incontinence.
Right.
And other kinds of possibilities.
But also memory issues. Because like I said, they're giving him these notes. It is just 2 questions. Any person, if I said right before you walked outside, hey, Michael, if somebody in the audience asks you this question, just say, no. We'll be talking about that next week. He needs that written. Michael, say, no. We'll be talking about that next week. He decided to release a statement regarding this.
I love that for us.
I mean, this is what makes you miss Donald Trump, right? The statement by Donald J. Trump begins with, many people are asking, so I'll give it to you now. It is 100% true.
Yes.
While playing with the legendary golfer Ernie Els, winner of 4 majors and approximately 72 other tournaments throughout the world, Gene Sowers, winner of the Senior U.S. Open, goes on to list them. He hit a hole-in-one is what he wants you to know.
I live in Palm Beach. So I live near Mar-a-Lago. And I hosted a charity event a few weeks ago, and he came in. Forget the Beatles, you guys, okay? No one cares. It was like, President Trump! And there were 800 people in this room. He greeted everyone. He had such stamina and energy, something personal to every person that came up afterwards and said, he said this to me. We talked about this. He took a selfie. He shook my hand. He was in there for 2 hours and gave a speech off the cuff. You know who couldn't do that? Joe Biden.
Right, he only reads teleprompters. Jackson, is it Ketanji or
Ketanji?
Ketanji, I think.
Okay, Ketanji Brown Jackson. We're going to be in huge trouble for mispronouncing her name. It's fine. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Her in her own words.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
Well, people are claiming that Ketanji Jackson is stupid judge ever brought up for a Supreme Court nomination. She's got the lowest IQ. She can barely dress herself in the morning. Or she's the most radical.
And the jokes just keep on coming. And I actually watched a clip on Instagram of a father playing Guess Who with his daughter.
Is it
Guess
raining?
who's got to go away? Because how could you? Yeah, is it raining?
Well, I'm not a meteorologist,
Right.
so I couldn't possibly tell you.
The memes about this were the best.
Yeah.
And the sad part is I go down the rabbit hole thinking about her a lot. And I know that Susan Collins of Maine said no to Amy Coney Barrett and is thinking about saying yes here. Everyone should be calling her office right now. We should have the number going across the screen saying call her office because this is terrible. But the problem is, who do we get next?
Right.
It doesn't mean we don't keep fighting because we do have to fight to keep her off of the Supreme Court. If you care about your children and pedophilia, we got to keep her off the Supreme Court.
There's just no way. There's no way that you...
My star. You are my harbinger of hope.
Yeah. Holding it all together by a thread.
Cory Booker is a very weird guy. So
heard around the world. By the way, what's the difference between a slap and a smack? Is there a difference?
A smack is more masculine,
Okay.
though a slap can lead to a duel.
It was the smack slap heard around the world, guys. Let's watch the clip.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Oh, wow. Wow.
I don't think it's fake.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Wow.
Because watching it this way is not the way that you see it on any social media or any platforms. You can't find that. That makes you see how real it looks like it is. But the joke, I mean, honestly, these are the people that make fun of conservatives all day long, say the most demeaning and horrible things about us. And I understand she has alopecia, and that's rough. I know people with alopecia. But the joke, in Hollywood terms, was like a 1 out of 10.
But did you know she had alopecia? Because I did not know she had alopecia.
No one knew it.
Like,
No.
unless
Now I
you're
guess we
in
do.
and watching her Reg Table Talk, I guess, if you're very into entertainment, that might have been like a known fact. But so this is sort of the apology of like, oh man, if I still want to get cast, I need to offer this public apology. I'm going to write it on Instagram. You know, if he was actually sorry about the way he reacted, that would have been a man-to-man apology face-to-face at the Oscars after party, as Diddy had suggested was going to happen. But he wasn't sorry.
No, instead he was getting jiggy with it on the dance floor all night. Everyone saw it. And what about Venus and Serena Williams and their father? This movie is, was there to make them celebrate their life and their accomplishments. Instead, of course, an actor is stealing the spotlight once again.
The other irony that not a lot of people are talking about here is that G.I. Jane is not exactly an insult because Demi Moore is extremely hot and was very hot in that
Very.
movie. So it's
That's the
even
point.
then, I don't think it's fighting words.
I mean, it's not me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she actually could have played G.I. Jane. She's always kept her hair
Very
super short,
fit.
so it would have gone over. Now we all know that she has alopecia, but I think that it would have gone over everyone's head had he have not made such a big deal out of it.
We're gonna have a gay night. Gay.
Do they know? Do they know Miami's in Florida? I just wanted to bring that up.
I just, they're just so not, it's weird. It's cringe.
Misinformed.
They are so fine. They're not misinformed. They're happy to spread the lie. This is what they use these award shows for. So I think third grade and younger, this is, any person that is opposed to this bill is somebody that you need to keep your children away from.
Well, the irony too, so they're presenting this gay, which is pretty much the most sophisticated political philosophy coming out of the left today. Gay.
Wait a second, this is wrong. But you know what? Luckily, no one watched the Oscars. I think it was the second lowest rated Oscars in the history of all Oscars.
We all just watched the clip.
Yeah, that's about it. Don't get excited, Will. No one was watching.
Okay, guys, we have one more category, and it is Wait, What? Two young sisters, when I say young, they were adults, but they decided to travel to Switzerland to commit suicide. Totally healthy, fine. They had great lives, great jobs. They had a younger brother who had no idea, an older brother, who had no idea that this was going to happen. And when you read this story, it's like a scary movie.
About how, digging into this and finding more information. What kind of mental health counseling did these women get?
Right.
How were they counseled on this? What were they taught? Did they have to read books? Did they have to have a certain waiting period? The only reason it seemed that they were delayed because of COVID.
Right.
Not because of a sort of cooling off period. And it's funny that the left is cheering for this, yet if we say someone who was raped and murdered and killed and pillaged should have the death penalty, we're barbaric animals.
Right. And the thing is that there was no mental health counseling. They were counseled on how to productively kill themselves.
How is this stopped is the question. And because it's in line with their laws, is it lobbying to change the laws there? Or having the American family sue anyway just to try to hit them where it hurts, and that's their wallet. Right. Because you got to stop this one way or the other. And clearly with the left's momentum, we're not going to get that done any other way.
That's the part I don't understand, and I'd be interested to have people investigate is, you just killed two Americans. This was not a suicide, this was a homicide, right? And Michael on social media. Up next, I will be chatting with Joshua Broom about his journey from the porn industry